What up? What up? Top of the top. What's up? What's up, family? What's good? Boy, y'all ready? I'm ready. It's summertime, and we good over here. What's up, Wax Dog? What's up, bro? Chicks 1000. What's up? Good morning, Jeanette. Good morning, Miss Jackie. How you doing this morning? What's up, Sassy? Good morning to the family. How y'all doing? I'm feeling good this morning. I'm well rested. What's up, J.E.? Yeah, y'all. What's good, man? I see y'all ready, man. Y'all already know how we do over here, man. We be locked and loaded. We ready to go. Well, we're going to talk about a couple of things today that we already been talking about. We're going to put this thing together. I told you, step by step. A lot of things are coming to pass. A lot of things are coming to the light. And for some people, it's about to get dark. But other than that, man, this is going to be a good episode today. You know what I'm saying? Episode 217. And I got to touch on a couple of things, man. Y'all see things getting kind of quiet. Things are getting, it seemed like it's calming down, but it's just to put people to sleep. But anyway, man, I'm going to be talking about this Meek Mill guy. Meek Mill has been dropped from Roc Nation, or they parted ways, whatever you want to call it. My opinion, he got dropped. And I spoke about this last week when they was at the all-white party, and I was saying that Meek Mill don't really have no hits like that. He hasn't had no real hits in a long time. I'm talking about good music, good songs, good albums. His best songs will always be from 2009 or 10 or something like that. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought out that shit. Same shit. That and a few other songs. But he don't got no real hits like that. Not in modern time. And in my opinion, Meek Mill, his voice been irritating to me. That's me. He never switched his style up. Now, he got a lot of good songs with a lot of features on it, but yeah, whatever, Meek Mill. But I'm pretty sure they realized he wasn't really generating no revenue. And he is like in the middle of being blackballed once he went against Rick Ross. And he also was used for that whole prison reform thing. That's my opinion. He was used like a pawn. Now he's no longer needed. And in my opinion, they're getting rid of his ass. So this might be the start of Meek Mill downfall right here. Even though he already been falling, this might be the start of his ending. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm also going to talk about, man, we got a few things to talk about. New York City has unveiled safety plans, a safety strategy in case of a nuclear attack. You know, like the nuclear bomb dropped in Hiroshima, Japan, whatever. Well, New York City is now preparing an exit plan or a safety plan just in case some type of nuclear explosion happens in the city. We're going to get into that. I'm also going to be getting into this black gun ownership. Recently, people in New York City have been allowed to carry firearms, concealed weapons. People who are legit. Let me be clear. But in my opinion, like I said before, this is all a recipe for disaster. It's also, in my opinion, the fuel to the fire, called this a race war. Also, an extra fuel to the fire and more black on black crime. Or I ain't going to say black on black crime. I'll say black on black shootings. We're going to talk about that. Also, I'm going to be talking about how on Rikers Island in New York City, another inmate has died. It makes 9 this year. We'll talk about that. And I'm going to talk about a few other things, like how Chris Brown, his NFT is not selling. And we're going to get into a little bit about what NFTs are about. I know y'all been hearing about it. I'm still learning. I don't know it all, but I know a little something about NFTs. And I know people have been getting rich off NFTs lately. And I'm also going to talk about another fucked up ass parent, two fucked up ass parents that killed a 2-month-old child. Really, it was the man. And once again, we're going to get into this bad parenting, aka sick motherfuckers having kids. And most of them are junkies. Most of them are just motherfuckers want to come up off their children because they want extra income. But I'm going to show you how a lot of them are not fit. We've been talking about this. We're going to stay talking about it because these are problems that's plaguing the community, that's plaguing everything. We went from having a household structure to a fucking burning house and a falling house. Everything is just fucked up. All right? That's what it is. So salute to the chat. Salute to the people. Shout out to everybody catching the replay. Shout out to everybody that's here right now in the bushes. And salute to the people in the chat. So I'm about to put in this work. And I'm going to say it again. It's For No Fame Live, episode 217. So if you're new to this, we happy to see you. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you appreciate the content. Also, shout out to all my people that put their work in and are bringing forth this content, this good content, because it's a new day now, right? And everybody else that's already in position, all I can tell you is step your fucking game up. All right? Let's get it. Now, Meek Mill has parted ways with Roc Nation. Or maybe they parted ways with him, as I would say. Meek Mill and Roc Nation, they split up, but they've been together since 2012. Now, one thing I want y'all to peep, look how fast 10 years went by. It don't even seem like that was 10 years. I know it don't, because it don't to me. 10 years went that quick. Because to me, a lot of things are speeding up. It's the way, you know how you heard about how people like myself, I call it the microwave era. We in a microwave era where everything is just fast. Things come out, then it's gone. On to the next. This is the era we in. And this, to me, in my opinion, part of this new lifestyle is making time go fast or appear to trap go fast. But Meek Mill was dealing with Roc Nation for 10 years. And you got to remember, keep in mind, he went against Rick Ross. He tried to get out of contract. He tried to play Rick Ross to the left after Rick Ross was the one who found him in Philly when he was rapping with Dirty Braids and made him the millionaire he is to this day. Maybach music, as we already know. But Meek Mill let people get in his head. And he also got a little big-headed. He did get big-headed. Not a little. He got fucking big-headed. And he thought he was going to make it big without Rick Ross. But he don't understand. See, even people like, you know, you might not see Rick Ross, but him and Jay-Z, they on a whole nother level. And people don't understand how this game is played. But Meek Mill did tell you it was about levels, right? And ever since he been getting big-headed, in his mind, he thought he was going to keep going up the ladder. But he might be about to come back down. And the reason why I say that, he thought he was going to blow up. Just like I'm going to give you a track record with this whole Roc Nation thing. I'm going to get into it. But Meek Mill thought he was going to blow up. He thought, you know, because he left Rick Ross at the time. You know, y'all seen his travels. He was with Nicki Minaj. He was feeling himself. He thought he was going to be the next biggest thing. But this is my point. It's something about Roc Nation. And I spoke about this before when it comes to signing with people. You could be hot and then you could sign with the wrong people and you could become cold. Because what happens is they will ice you. They'll ice you. They'll ice you. They'll cool you off. That's why you'll notice, I said this before, you'll notice this with every rapper on the come up. I don't care, you name one. Once they start buzzing, once they get very, very heavy in the streets, meaning they got a lot of influence, they start becoming real trendy, they start becoming very, very popular, you'll see they want to sign them, and you'll always see once they sign, their whole shit starts slowing down. Because some of these labels are put in place to cool you off when you get too powerful without their consent. Or when you get too powerful without them being able to eat off you, they'll isolate you. You'll see this shit always happen. It happened to the best of them. So instead of these artists, once they become hot and popular, doing their own thing, or signing the right deal, like a Master P deal where people just get a certain small percentage, they sign their life away. And that's when that starts their ending. So one thing about Roc Nation is some things going on. I can't pinpoint it, but don't forget that Nipsey Hussle was doing just fine. But then somewhere down the line, he signed with Roc Nation. Look at Casanova 2 times where he at. Not saying it got nothing to do with Roc Nation. Not saying that Casanova is guilty, but I'm just saying, just so happened his ass in the feds, he was signed with Roc Nation too. You seen how Megan Thee Stallion was hot. She was way hotter than when she signed with Roc Nation. You'll see when she signed with Roc Nation, she cooled off a whole lot. Same pattern. Once you got the streets, you got the hood, you got the buzz, you buzzing worldwide, they'll come sign you and isolate you. But you think in your mind, when you sign with them, you're going to make it bigger. No, they're going to isolate you. You know why? Because when it's your time, it's your time. Just because you sign with a Jay-Z or let's just say you creating your own buzz, you creating your own clout, and then you think because you sign with somebody else who got clout that's going to help you, but a lot of times it's not. That's like, I'm going to speak on myself, right? That's like say I'm grinding this YouTube thing. I'm smart enough to know not to try to just connect with anybody. I don't care how big you are. That's why I stand on that. That's why I always tell you, I didn't earn my bones off no big platform. Ain't no big platform help me. And guess what? I don't want to be on every platform. I don't want to be on every big platform. Because when you're dealing with building brands and you're dealing with trying to go to a certain level, you can sign with the wrong brand or fuck with the wrong people and you can cool yourself off. Or you could put yourself in a box. And this is a technique also when you're trying to be greater than people and you wind up settling, you wind up becoming evened out, meaning Jay-Z ain't gonna let you get bigger than him. So if you sign with him, you do the math on that. That's what I'm telling you. If you sign with Puffy, you're never gonna be bigger than him. He's not gonna I'm just telling you, when you sign with a label, whatever label you sign with, they're never gonna let you be bigger than them. Whoever you do business with, they're never gonna let you be better. You understand? That's how this shit works. So it's all about the partnership and it's about the specific deal, but then at the same time, sometimes it's better just to stay on your level. Whether it take you longer to get where you're trying to go, it's always better to stay in power of your creativity, because your creativity is what's always going to make you relevant. Once you lose your creativity, it's over for you. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care who you think you are. And once these people get to the top, most of them lose their creativity. So therefore, that's when they have to steal, jack, clone, copy, and use other people to keep their shit going. See, I know the game. This shit been going on. You see that? That's why you'll see most people of a certain level, they get to a big level, they get to a bigger level. Then they don't know what the fuck to do, and they lose their creativity. And they become lazy because the check's coming in. But my point is this. You got to understand this game. You got to be a hustler. You got to be able to make things happen on your own. Now, let's talk about Meek Mill for a minute, man. I told y'all, man, this nigga's in bed with them people. He's in the bed. Every chance he get, you're going to see him throw it up to show his affiliation. But a lot of people didn't look into the fact. Now, mind you, keep in mind, when he got with Roc Nation, he didn't give a fuck, man. I'm telling you, man. And once he got in jail, remember when Meek Mill was in jail the last time, they fucking broke his ass. People keep forgetting that boy was damn near crying because they scared his ass half to death. And when they locked his ass up for doing wheelies and popping wheelies, that was the start of it. Look, that was when they first had to plan on breaking Meek Mill. You know, they're gonna lock your ass up. It's different things they'll do, humiliate you to get you in play. So Meek Mill was very powerful. Yes, he was. Yes, he did have Philly on smash. But the only thing is he was selling dreams. That's why you'll see with the whole dream chaser movement, you didn't see nobody come out nowhere close to Meek Mill level that he brought out in the game. Same formula. They're not going to bring nobody out to be better than them. They just sell dreams. All you got to do is see the pattern. But the last time he went to jail for popping wheelies on bikes, they broke his ass. And that's why you'll see when he came out, they threw him under the wing. Kind of like what happened to Tupac. Remember when Tupac went to jail, he became very, very humble. A lot of us didn't even know he had hair. He started wearing glasses. And he signed that deal with Suge because he wanted to get the fuck out of jail. He ain't never want to go back. And Tupac told you he ain't going back to jail. My point is this. They know once you get in that jail, that penitentiary, you're going to break. And then sometime that's when the vultures come and swoop down. So the question is, why has this man always been with Robert Kraft and these executives he be with? I already went into this on the all-white party episode. I already went into this, 212. You'll see he been with these same people. And we already know it's been allegations that Meek Mill has been doing strange things for change, hanging around these billionaires. It's like he their little boyfriend. It's like they his daddy. And in my opinion, I think Jay-Z put him in this position. Jay-Z is smart. See, Jay-Z, another one, he's smart. He know what go on. He don't want to indulge in that activity, so he'll let Meek Mill do it for him. And he'll give him Meek Mill. Give him to the wolves. So that's why you'll see Meek Mill lost his creativity. He's never been the same since he signed with Roc Nation. I'm not going to say just since he signed, but since he came home and was signed with them, you'll see he ain't been doing nothing. He not even a headline on a concert. Yeah, he do little shows. He always going to do shows, but he ain't going to never be that dude no more. He ain't never going to be as big as Drake and the rest of them. Mind you, y'all remember when Meek Mill, Drake, French, all of them was on the same level. Drake and them in $100 million, you know what I'm saying? They're in $100 million club bracket. Meek Mill, allegedly, according to reports, is only worth $20 million. And that's still money. Don't get it twisted, but he nowhere where he's supposed to be at. When he's with Jay-Z, Jay-Z's a billionaire. 20 billion is chump change to a billionaire. You got to understand that. Meek Mill been in the game for a long time. He only worth 20 mil. So he's been used as a pawn. Now, I already spoke about this prison reform shit. Remember, I told you everything they push, you gotta have a face for it. And what makes it even better when you get a black face. I already spoke about this shit. Magic Johnson, the face of AIDS. Meek Mill, the face of prison reform. But Meek Mill is not getting nobody out of jail. He's not going to make nobody jail situation better. And I told you, my opinion, this whole prison reform campaign was to make it look kind of good, like they're trying to clean up the prisons. Yes, they have been letting people home early, people that was locked up for many different things. But my point is, when I see people like Robert Kraft, a billionaire, when I see that dude Michael Rubin, a billionaire, I don't know that other white man and the other rich white people that be around them, they rich. But I know one thing rich people love to deal with is investments. And I wouldn't be surprised if most of these men have money invested in prisons, future prisons, also products within the jail system. So a lot of people don't understand that jail been a business, but within the past couple of years, they've been prepping it to be a bigger business. So let's go back in history. They have always been making money off of prison. But let's look at nowadays. Are they not making the more money off of prisons than ever? And it's not just because more people getting locked up. It's because of all of the different things the prison have to offer now, like JPay, stuff like that. You got dudes doing live video from jail, visits on jail, all that costs money. The commissary has changed in certain areas. You got to understand certain places, you know, certain prisons got access to different things, different food, different products. And you got to remember them products we selling to them soaps. A lot of these companies, they moving their merchandise through these prisons. Because they know in the last day, a lot of y'all not going to be shopping in these stores like that. But the revenue will be generated in the prison 24/7 through contracts. So if let's just say I'm a rich investor and I want to invest in the jail. Whatever I invested, I'm getting a guaranteed flip. Why? Because These niggas in jail gonna stay buying that shit. Whatever I got for sale, the people that's getting locked up gonna keep buying it, and more people gonna get locked up and keep buying it. So any money I got invested in any prison, I'm gonna always make my money. Do you understand how it's a guaranteed flip? Well, that's how I look at it when I see these executives with this whole prison reform. It's all a money grab. That's my opinion. Since when Jay-Z don't care about niggas locked up? Come on now. Got to be smarter than that. So when Meek Mill came home, they already had a plan for him, because somebody had to be the face. And we know a lot of people wasn't going to be down with the program, but they had to get somebody young, vulnerable, and stupid, and a clout chaser, because he's a dream chaser. So this nigga was selling dreams the whole time anyway. And rest in peace, Lil Snoop, one of the talented artists he did sign, he dead. And some people said back then that might have been one of his sacrifices. But we neither here nor there. Rest in peace, Lil Snoop. The point I'm trying to make is Meek Mill ain't never did shit for nobody. And that's his business. But my point is, he's a fucking crybaby, because lately he also been crying about how Atlantic Records been doing him dirty. He was crying about how he discovered Roddy Ricch. He said he brokered the Roddy Ricch deal when he was in jail, and he didn't get paid off of it. So he been going against the labels. He went against Rick Ross, who signed him. Rick Ross got a lot of power. Yes, he do. And he thought he was going to just disrespect people, and he just going to blow it and keep his career after that. But he pissed people off. Remember, once you fall out with them record executives, you got to remember Atlantic Records is one of the biggest record labels doing their thing right now. So once you start slandering Atlantic Records, they got a plan for you. Roc Nation might know about it, and they wash their hands. Now, they also said that they removed all of Meek Mill's material from their social media platform, Roc Nation. They not promoting him. They got no dealings with him. And when we seen the all-white party, we seen most of the artists that were there are still relevant, still popping. People like Lil Baby might have caught up to Meek Mill financially. Everybody that was there is relevant. He was there, but he ain't relevant. I'm talking about with his music, the charts, the trending. He not on the level of Drake, Travis Scott, and the rest of them. You get it? He's like a faded star. He didn't do nothing musically. He didn't generate no talent. All he did was clone other rappers, try to hop on tracks. And, you know, he did a lot of collaborations. That's why you'll see most of Meek Mill's best songs is collaborations. Because him and Fresh Montana come from that same cloth. Paying people to make your record hot. That's what they do. Not say he can't rhyme. But you know for a fact, Meek Mill is a grown-ass man, and he's still rapping with that voice of a kid when he first came out. That shit played out to me. And this is my opinion. When you a rapper, even though your voice never changes, you got to change your style. Meek Mill never changed his style. Your style has to always change, upgrade. Your style has to always, it has to always go through different channels when you're a rapper. It's like an artist. That's why I told you, I don't have nothing against rap. I love rap music. I mean, I was raised on rap, I have nothing against rap, but I'm trying to tell you, the artist form of the music is gone. See, when you're an artist, you can perform your art on many different canvases. See, I'm gonna break it down for you. An artist, let's say an artist that draws. An artist could draw on clothing. They can make digital art. An artist could put his art on a wall. An artist could use colored pencils, paint, get it, crayons. I'm showing you, when you're an artist, you have to know how to be versatile with your art. Same thing when you're a rapper. When you're a rapper, you don't rap the same forever. You have to know how to expand your art, meaning you have to know how to switch your style. You have to know how to embrace different tracks. See, I go hard on this shit, but I know what I'm talking about because I was dealing with this shit. That's why I'm going to show you something. And this for my people that do rap, want to be rappers. I'm going to tell you how to be successful in the rap game nowadays. You have to make music that's marketable. You have a chance of blowing up more and being more successful if your song gets played at the right place, meaning a commercial, a movie, stuff like that, a video game. The rappers that's doing that are getting a big money. Like I play 2K and all of that. You see, but when I play 2K, it's music on there. And some of the music is good music. But my point is, that's how people like Lil Baby getting paid. Gunna, The Baby, Future. See, they make all type of hits, but they get them deals. They make music where they shit gonna be played on video games, movies. Like I said, that's when you gotta know. That's when you make music. So I've never been hating on drill music or knocking them. My point is, once you just get caught up in that one lane, you lose the art form, and then your shit is just gonna be for destruction. You dig? Because now you just talking about killing, and that shit ain't no talent in that. They could pick a nigga any day to say the same shit you saying. But when you're an artist and you're very versatile with your music, you open up a whole lot more lanes for yourself. That's why I was telling you how they take a music in another direction, which it got to do with that pop crossover. And that's what the EDM and all that stuff like that is about. Because the rappers that can switch their style and do different things, those are going to be the rappers making money worldwide. The rappers that just rapping about what's going on in the hood, they're going to stay in the hood. They're going to be on a certain level. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying this is what it is. So if you a rapper or upcoming rapper and you doing your thing, keep in mind, even though you got your core audience, don't never lose your core audience, but you got to remember, you got to be able to make music that can be played in every household around the world if you want to be to a certain level. Your music has to be played in households that normally wouldn't play your music. That is called a hit record. That is called topping the charts. When the music is so good that the people can't even deny the shit. They might not even know what the fuck you saying. They don't know shit, but they know that music is, that vibe you bringing is so different that it's a hit. All right. So Meek Mill, he couldn't do that. He just kept doing the same shit, same verse, same style of rap, same shit. And the nigga's trash, my opinion. Now, in a freestyle battle rap day when he first came out, yes, he was lit. Philly loved him to death. Jersey, all over. New York, East Coast, whatever. But now Meek Mill has not grown. He has not evolved. All he want to do is buy chains, sit in Bentleys, and talk and tweet and be on fucking social media, while everybody that was his peers has passed him already. So that's why Meek Mill is where he at right now. And you know, sometimes it go different ways because Roc Nation, they wash their hands of him. And it's just funny, like I said, Casanova in jail, Megan Thee Stallion, her career is quiet, and rest in peace, Neighborhood Nip, because he got with Roc Nation too. But all I'm saying, there's a lot of funny stuff out here, and they might be ready to cash out and wash their hands of Meek Mill because they might got the prison reform attention where they needed to be at. And don't forget, that was a nonprofit organization as well. They just made him the face of it. That program made a lot of money. We don't know the money. It's none of our business. But when you see Robert Kraft and the rest of them, you be a damn fool to think they ain't make no money off that shit. And you got to understand that people like Robert Kraft and these people are that level, they're not hanging around these people for no reason. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like, because you don't forget this too. You know, Robert Kraft, him and Trump, they homies. Don't get it twisted. When Robert Kraft died, they say when his wife died, they said that Trump would check on him every day, call him. They cool. A lot of people forget when Tom Brady pulled out the red hat, Make America Great Again hat, and everybody got mad at him. But that's Trump man right there. So you got to understand affiliations. So let's look at Robert Kraft and Trump. We know he's with the real political, powerful circle. So why the hell do he sit around with Meek Mill? That's why I said Meek Mill is one of his little play toys. What use does he really have for Meek Mill? Chain switching up. People forget about back in the days when dudes used to let their girl rock their chain. Men don't buy other men jewelry. You're supposed to buy a woman a jewelry. Just to let you know that. Now, yes, it's time when men look out for their bros and buy them chains and shit. But you'll see most men, out of respect, they'll buy, if they're going to get a man a gift, they'll get him a watch. Get it? A watch. Men don't buy men other necklaces and shit like that. That's what Meek Mill was doing, though. Remember when he got his deal and it was time to tax write-off, he bought all them Dream Chaser chains for his homeboys. Where they at now? You ain't seen him with his homeboys with no Dream Chaser chains on since he got out of jail, because he been running around with Robert Kraft and them. You dig? But that's signs of like a pimp in a whole relationship sometimes. When a man buys another man a chain, you might think is you looking out, but I'll tell you this, what you're really supposed to do is, if you want to buy your homie a chain, you give him the money and let him go buy his own chain. You don't gift a man with another fucking chain. You don't gift a man with jewelry. I'm going to teach some of y'all the basic shit that y'all forgot about being a fucking G. Right? Also, it's nothing wrong with you know what I'm saying, with a man looking out for his homie, you know, y'all go shopping. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you making sure your homie fresh, you know what I'm saying, like you. But when you get into all that extra shit, like jewelry, certain things, this shit ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? And no man should expect another man to get him no fucking chain or no fucking ring. Get it? But that's what these niggas do, because they get in the game of cutting checks and people giving them shit. That's all they want, is somebody to cut them a check and get them some shit. So people like Meek Mill, that's how he always had it. Gave him shit. He always got it given to him, handed to him. How I know that? Because the nigga was a rap nigga on a block in Philly, and Rick Ross gave him the bag. And ever since Rick Ross gave him a bag, he's been all right. But Meek Mill never showed you that he could generate revenue on his own through business. Now, we spoke about Young Dolph. He was independent to his last day. And we spoke about how even if Young Dolph's career would have collapsed, he still had 100 properties in Memphis. So he gave back to his city. He also showed you as a businessman, as a hustler, what he was doing with his career. So when I see people like Meek Mill always signing a deal, getting a check, he never learned how to fucking hustle. That's why he always crying and doing shit like running behind these people up they fucking ass. But that's a whole nother topic. So long story short, they washed their hands of this nigga. He kind of mad right now. And that's why you're going to see Meek Mill, he tweets more than any other fucking rapper in the game. You know why? Because he ain't doing shit. Other rappers, they most of them, they working. They getting to it. This nigga got the Twitter fingers. So it is what it is. And Jay-Z, you already know what's up with Jay-Z. He going with a bag at. You see him looking at him like, niggas, you gonna sign that and get over with or what? That's how Jay-Z looking at him. But let's just look in hindsight. Okay, he signed the deal with Roc Nation Management in 2012, right? 10 years ago. So if that was 10 years ago, let's look at how much did it change Meek Mill's career. Did Meek Mill career get better in the past 10 years? Did it get worse? Is it average, the same? Well, that's how you see progress. That's how you judge success. 10 years of Roc Nation, basically, you ain't going nowhere because you still complaining. So it is what it is. But Jay-Z going to be around the bag. That's why we already seen Jay-Z with Travis Scott and the rest of them. He know they getting them. He know they getting that big money. He know Travis Scott with that billionaire. His Travis Scott girl a billionaire. The Jay-Z here in them circles, he don't care about no Meek Mill. They just needed Meek Mill to keep that Philly market open. You dig? But now you got $1 million worth of games straight out of Philly, and that's the hottest thing smoking, doing better than all them rappers. So it ain't about Meek Mill no more. He had his run. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on that whole Meek Mill thing. And you're gonna keep seeing this shit over again and again and again, because guess what, too? The days of these labels cutting you big ass checks for you to do nothing, that shit is over with. And all of this applies to the fall that we witnessing now. And that's why I told you now, they made it now where in rap, hip hop, there's only a certain echelon that's really going to make it and stay in position. That's why you got to see the other things certain artists been doing to lock themselves in position. And I just told you one of them. That's why people like Travis Scott got with Kylie Jenner, stuff like that, to keep the brand at a certain level. Like I broke down with Cardi being Offset. They will forever be a brand. They're not going to fall off no time soon because they have positioned themselves at a certain stature, different from the average rapper. See, now when you're a rapper, you got to have a lot more things going on that got to be positioning around your business, also to make yourself available for future business endeavors. All that shit just being a rapper and a dumbass nigga ain't going to get you far no more. It used to, because before they wanted to push all that ignorant ass shit. Now you'll see they don't really want to push that ignorant shit no more. And these executives are washing their hands from that shit. That's also part of why a lot of rappers been dying and going to jail. I done explained this a million times. Once a particular operation is over with, they shut it down. So that whole agenda of pushing poison through hip-hop music at a high level, they kind of shutting that down. And they basically killing the whole genre of hip-hop and rap music. Also, this brought my attention to something that recently happened. I know y'all been seeing it over the weekend. It's a little baby clone out here. It's a white little baby clone that rap just like Lil Baby. But I understand what that means. See, when you see shit like that, it's just showing you are replaceable. Yeah, Lil Baby, you popping today, but we can replace you with this white boy tomorrow. How they gonna do that? All they gotta do is sign him and cut him a big ass fucking check. He the next Lil Baby. So that's why I already told you, really, in all reality, hip-hop already been jacked from you. It's already been taken. Why? Because I already said it a million times. As of right now, on paper, historical record. It is already written. Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. They're going to say he's the greatest. Well, he is the greatest, should I say, accomplishment-wise, he's the greatest. He's the greatest at selling records. And how many rappers you heard bow down and say he's the best lyrically? And certain rappers know that. Remember, at first they was dissing Eminem, but they know now if they want to keep their career popping, they got to say Eminem is the GOAT. I don't even heard Rakim and people like that say it. Because even a lot of old head rappers, remember when they was hating at first? I'm going to show you something. You remember, if you got to keep in mind, remember, when a lot of the old rappers was hating on the young, remember they was hating on the young, hating on Eminem, hating on Drake. You'll see all them old school rappers, they shit died. But then you'll see a trend happen where all the old school rappers, they started bigging up Eminem, they started bigging up Drake, and they started bigging up some of the rappers that was in position. Now you seeing what? Rappers, old head rappers, starting to get tours again, starting to get their little shows again. You dig? But that's really for the older generation. But my point is, they was mad because they wasn't getting no money, a lot of the old head rappers. And all them old rappers that was disgruntled, a lot of them talked down on Eminem at one point in their career. But I don't care what you think about it. That is in stone that if hip-hop died today, Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. Even though a lot of us know that is not the truth, but that's how it is written. My point is, you could be replaced whenever they want you to, or whenever they want to. Understand that. So when I seen a white little baby clone rapping, the shit was a joke. It's funny. And even Lil Baby had to say, is this some type of joke? No, they showing you, nigga, you'll be cloned so fast. So quick. You just better do what you're supposed to do or we will replace you. And in my opinion, it's going to be a whole lot of white rappers. It always, put it like this, y'all know it's always a lot of good white rappers, but it's going to be a time where it's going to be more white rappers than black rappers. You watch what I tell you. And that's already going on right now, slowly but surely. And how I prove it is, you'll see most of the top rappers now is not even from this country. They're not even from the hood. They're not even none of that. Just like the basketball players, I already spoke about all of this. It's a big replacement going on. That's what's going on. I told you, everything you love and created is being taken from you. It's being finessed and snatched. Because all of this shit is part of the fall. All right. Now let's get into the next topic. As you see right here. The mayor of New York City, Mayor Eric Adams, Honestly, I don't know what to say about this dude. He seemed like he might be cool, but there's always some sketchy shit going on around him. Then a lot of shit that going around him might not be of nothing of his control. He just got to play his part. So I will say that. But he is a Democrat, and you never know what they got up their sleeve. So New York City has unveiled a safety strategy in case of a nuclear attack. And within the new PSA, public service announcement, they're giving tips on how if some shit might happen, to go inside, watch the news, and shower if you get any fallout dust on you. Now, I saw this story and it grabbed my attention because those are the stories I touch on most of the time. And I said, why the hell are they talking about nuclear shit? People from New York City remember a couple years ago, it was like 2018. It was explosions going off. Remember was them explosions with the blue lights going off? I remember. I knew at that time it was some funny shit going on. And in my opinion, a lot of this shit be tests, it be a whole lot of other shit. Things going bad. But I remember when I was watching New York 1, I was like, damn, that explosion looked crazy. And another thing is, when them explosions be going off, they always have a camera strategically filming that shit. But when I seen this story, and I understand how they talk. See, I know a lot of people think, man, ain't no shit like that gonna happen. All right, whatever. I don't put nothing past them. Did we not learn years later what was actually behind the whole World Trade event? What else was funny about the whole World Trade collapsing, which a lot of people forgot and a lot of people never knew? People forget that they tried to bomb the World Trade in 93 and it failed. That's why Biggie, remember the song, he said, I'm trying to blow up like the World Trade, because they had already tried it in 93. Maybe it was a test run. Maybe it was the warning, because that's how they talk. That was the warning, and then 9/11 was the answer. That was the real deal. So when I see shit like this, I look at it as a warning. And I just spoke about the other day, I just spoke about this shit, how in Philadelphia years ago with that movement, when them people was bucking and rebelling, they dropped a bomb on their ass. And just so happened, days later, I see this story, so, you know, them light bulbs go off. And I hope by mistake no hoods don't get bombed, no roach spray. Because whenever they talk, I listen. I told you that. You always fucking listen. Don't be stupid. Pay attention. Why the fuck are they having safety measures in case of a nuclear explosion? And they all saying it might have something to do with Russia and Ukraine and, you know, stuff like that. They might think repercussions from over there might take place over here. Who knows? Nobody really knows what's going on, but this is what they're saying. This is what being promoted. This is what's popping right now. That's why you'll see, if you notice, since this man got in the office, a lot of weird shit has been happening. And I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying a lot of weird shit been happening in New York City since this man been in office. And we know 9 times out of 10, he's going to be the scapegoat. And we know for a fact he do got bosses. But a lot of weird shit is happening since this man been in office. Now, what kind of shit is that when they talking about it might be a nuke? Basically, they got to prepare for a nuclear attack. Y'all got to understand what time it is. I told you we in the last day. Anything can happen. Once you start saying what can't happen, guess what? You already fucking lost. Now, mind you, all of this shit going on at the same exact time. Inflation, food shortage. You keep hearing about Population, that word population keep coming up. All of this shit going on. Niggas getting killed left and right. Crime is at an all-time high. Now they talking about a nuclear fucking attack might happen. Do you see this trauma? Do you fucking see what's going on? That's why people like me and people that rock with people like me, y'all understand that this shit is bigger than what the fuck is going on. This shit bigger than any fucking form of what you think. That's why I always tell you I ain't got time to play. Yeah, I'm gonna play around, but I ain't got too much time. This shit getting real. And I told you this shit like a fucking movie. How many movies you seen take place in New York City of catastrophe, chaos? They done showed you water. They done showed you every form of chaos. Because guess what? Sooner or later, the chaos coming in America. You take it or leave it. And I got some more proof to show and prove why the chaos is coming. Now, always keep in mind all the different agendas going on. Starvation, the shortage, the great resignation, the overdose epidemic, all of this shit going on. But then to add fuel to the fire, we're going to talk about what else going on at the same exact time in New York City and around the world. So now we're going to go to this real quick. Hold on. Let's go to this real quick. This all relates. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna talk some real shit right now. I'm gonna show y'all agendas. Did y'all know it was a Black Gun Matter now? Black Guns Matter. That's the new movement. You see these niggas with these guns? I'm gonna show you what this shit mean, in my opinion. More agendas, more fuckery. And I told you weeks ago when they announced that New York City was gonna have guns, I told you it's a recipe for disaster. When I told you allegedly it's being motivated for this race war. But the race war don't work unless you get the niggas to participate in it, because I already told you, don't shit work in this country unless niggas participate. So that's why you've been getting pushed, pumped up, gassed up to go get a whole bunch of guns, because it's not going to be a fair race war unless the niggas get in the shit. So we need more niggas to get guns. And now you see Black Guns Matter. Do you see the dumb shit? I want you to see how every fucking thing black people do, it got to become a fucking culture and a fad. So-called white Americans have been collecting guns their whole fucking life. But now, niggas want to start collecting guns. And I'm going to give a disclaimer because I'm talking shit right now, but I'm dead serious. We know guns been around forever. This shit ain't nothing new. I shot my first gun on a Brooklyn roof at 14 years old. Guns ain't nothing fucking new. The question is, why now are guns becoming a fad, a trend? It's cool to have a firearm now. When I told you a lot of people run and get these guns, they ain't war ready. They think it's a joke. They think because you got a gun, you safe. I'm going to show you something. Niggas are posing with guns like it's cool. Niggas go to the range like it's cool now. Y'all know that. People go to the range on dates, all type of shit. The question is, out of all these years, why now are they making it easy for people in New York City to bear firearms legally? Now keep in mind, New York, compared to the world, Johnny come lately when it comes to this whole toting gun shit. So what that mean? That means they don't even know how to fucking adapt. It's like when you're giving a kid something and they don't know what to do with it. Just because they passed a law and you can get these guns in New York City does not mean everybody's going to know how to handle a firearm or going to know when to shoot, when not to shoot, where to shoot, how to shoot. You understand? It's certain calculations. So everybody running around with guns just because they fucking legal don't mean shit. That means a recipe for disaster. Do you understand that? And remember, I did a report about a month ago on how they said how black gun owners are running to these gun shops stockpiling. And they said a lot of people in their 40s buying a gun for their first time. Do you hear this shit? And remember, let me break this shit down, man. I ain't get to where I'm at for nothing. I'm going to show you how this shit work. You first, see, when I told you I was a young boy, I told you start from a 22 or 25. Then you might go to a 32, 38, 357, 44, 9, 4/5. You work your way up with a gun. You don't start off with a goddamn chopper. You ain't never had no gun. You don't start off with a goddamn AR-15. You ain't never shot a 38. But that's what's going on now. Because of rap music, niggas want to be gangster. Niggas go run by the biggest gun. Motherfucker, you can't even shoot a Draco. You can't even shoot a goddamn 22 with accuracy. But it's cool because you seen the rappers do it. You seen niggas talk about having them monkey nuts on the 100-round drum on the clip, so you want to get one. But I'm showing you, them people you think you going to war with, man, they've been shooting since kids. Most of these white people across America, or should I say gun toters across America, they've been shooting since kids. Because in certain places, y'all, you got to understand, they've been hunting as kids and having target practice as children. So they ain't just picking up guns for the first time. That's my point. So that's why I told you when it's dealing with being, niggas think it's they getting prepped up for this war. And I just told you the other day, did I not say how you gonna have a war? Did I not say how you gonna have a war when they could just drop some shit on your ass so quick? Now you understand what the fuck I was talking about. You got guns ready for war, but what happened? Just so happened a goddamn nuclear attack happened in your neighborhood. You ain't understand how this shit work. When you do something, they're gonna counter your shit. They only give you shit when it's old. I keep telling you that. You running about guns, man, they already done bought them all already. You Johnny come lately. Because you've been playing with life so much, you ain't never been ready for war. You ain't never been ready for shit. I'm talking about you're not even ready for self-defense. Because you ain't been trained. You can't be asleep for 10, 20 years, wake up one day and think you just going to know every fucking thing. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said it's a recipe for disaster and it's a fad. Now, remember I told you, Black Guns Matter is a new fucking movement. Who started it? I don't know. But I know one thing. All of this is being pushed towards the race war. Y'all didn't notice that's what Black Lives Matter was doing? They was the agitators. They just didn't have the guns. They want Black Guns Matter and the Proud Boys and people like that to clash and bang out. Shit like that. But I want you to see how they posing with these firearms like they fucking cool, or like it's supposed to mean something, like somebody's scared. That shit don't mean nothing to the powers that be. That's all I want y'all to understand. Now I'm gonna show you why the trick of this whole shit. One of the tricks of this whole shit. While you think you getting strapped up ready for a race war, crime in your community is already off the fucking chain. It's going to get worse. And the powers that be know that. Therefore, they know you're liable to use these firearms on your own people before you even get a chance for a war, because your crime in your hood is going to be so crazy. I've been seeing carjackers left and right, people stealing cars, doing other crimes in them left and right. Man, this shit getting out of control. Home invasions. They know for a fact you're going to use those guns on your own people before you even get a chance for a race war. So that's why I said it's a recipe for a disaster. When all reality, they got you strapping up to kill your own people. You just don't know it. That's my whole point. In my opinion, this shit is perpetuating more black on black crime. Only difference is some of the guns will be legal, which means they will be easily traced. And let me make this clear for a lot of you that don't know, because a lot of people are fucking stupid. Just because you have a legal gun, you just can't be shooting people any kind of way. You still can go to fucking jail for life. You still can go to jail on some bullshit if you shoot somebody under the wrong circumstance. So common sense, y'all, just think about it. A lot more people in New York City will be going to jail for shooting people under false pretenses. Why you think in New York City right now, they are building so many more jails? Every city, every borough that is getting a newer jail. Rikers Island going to another level, because a lot of people are going to be locked the fuck up. And it's going to be so-called good citizens locked up for what? Shooting people the wrong way, killing people by mistake, shooting in occupied dwellings, hitting innocent people. Man, all that shit is a recipe for a disaster in New York City. I know how the blocks is made. I know how the whole shit work. Now you understand why after that shooter, the train shooter, that clown, now you understand why they putting the new technology in the subway system, metal detectors. Because now it's going to be more people on the train with guns. So what happened when two people with legal firearms get into a conflict? Are they going to gun each other down? You don't know about New York City. That's the home of attitude, the home of fucking beefing, the home of disgruntled motherfuckers in their shit, on their bullshit, and anything in New York will start a disaster. So it's going to be a whole lot of shootouts. And don't forget the whole criminal element. You're going to have criminals trying to rob you for your legal firearms, shit like that. I told you a million times, in these streets, when you're known for having a firearm, it's some people that'll shoot you first, then take your shit off you. A lot of that shit gonna be going on. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to move in these streets. And I'm just saying, this shit is a recipe for disaster. That's why I don't play with guns. I have no reason to have a firearm because, in my opinion, this is my opinion, y'all. Don't pay me no mind. When I see firearms, I think of death. I think of kill. A firearm to me, if I pick up a firearm because I got to, and that means somebody fitting to get hit. And I know what the target is. I know it's about to go down. Other than that, I don't play with guns. But you see these niggas right here, they playing with guns. Because they doing it for the fucking camera. Also to paint the narrative, because I told you, whatever they want you to do, they have to give you the image. And then the image goes viral. When it goes viral, it goes into your subconscious. Now you want to go get you a gun and pose with your boo or do your thing with the gun. But at the end of the day, man, you see Mr. and Mrs. Smith, man, these same people might wind up using these guns on each other. Because it's a whole, not only teaching and training. And remember, guns are not bad. Guns don't kill. People kill. So you got different people getting these firearms for different reasons. That is the disaster. And just watch how this shit unfold. You see, and all of this shit happened while this nigga in office. So my point is, not only are people getting strapped legally, now they're talking about it might be nuclear attacks, or just in case some nuclear shit happen, or just in case a nuclear explosion happen. See that? But they always got to talk both ways because they got to put their people on point to be ready. Now, mind you, all of this shit going on, because I told people in my opinion, the war is on. The war is on certain people. Ain't no more fucking wars overseas. Why they cool with everybody? Why you think they be in the UN? They all chopping it up right now. They came to agreements. It's another thing they all agree on. That is certain people running around with terroristic behavior. They're being a cancer to the country. I told you, they look at it like they taking up all the fucking resources. They're not generating nothing positive. They're destroying the country from within in the world. And in my opinion, that's who the war is really on. I don't got to say no names. But all you got to understand is certain people, you the fucking enemy. And the plan is to get rid of your ass. That's why I told you. All that population talk is to get rid of people, certain people. And them certain people, I will say this. The people they want to get rid of is those fucked up ass people. The foul-hearted, animalistic, demonic individuals, that's who they want out of here. That's who they're going to get out of here. So it's all about the unseen hand. Because when it happened, how it happened, we don't know that part. That's why right now, if you're not protected with a certain energy, it's nothing that's really going to save you anyway. If you keep indulging in this, if you keep indulging in the same shit, you're going to see what happens. And never forget, metal attract metal. Metal always going to attract metal. Let that be the jewel. Live by the gun, die by the gun. That's just how the shit works. So I'm just saying, right? When you choose to live a certain lifestyle, just be on point at what you're doing and be fully aware at what you're doing. That's why I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you notice, people that don't live by the gun, they live longer. Remember, I was talking about them nerds and shit. Nerds, they don't worry about guns. They worry about other shit, like NFTs and shit like that. But that's a whole nother topic. I'm just showing you. Everything that some people do, it got to become a fucking culture, a fad, or a trend. And yes, now it is a Black Guns Matter movement. And you should already know that's a fucking recipe for disaster. You should already know that. You dig? So let's move right along. Once again, we still in New York City. On Rikers Island yesterday, or within the past couple days, another inmate died. Now, mind you, that's the 9th inmate that died this year. Year ain't over yet, 9 died. Keep in mind, 16 died in Rikers Island jail last year. For those that's not from New York City, those are people waiting to go to court to get their full time. So basically, people are dying before they even get to finish going to court. They're dying. Just like we've been talking about for months and months and months. I've been telling people you don't want to go to jail right now because you can go to jail for some petty, stupid ass shit and end up dead. Like that one man that was in jail for domestic violence. His ass dead now. People going to jail for petty shit. You might go for an old warrant, some bullshit. You fuck around and die. And also, I want you to keep in fucking mind, the mayor just went to Rikers Island last week. He just went there, and a motherfucker still died. Also, after it's been threatened of the feds taking over, niggas still dying. You know why? Because the animalistic behavior has already been set in. That's why I keep saying, since this nigga been in office, a lot of weird shit been happening. So you mean to tell me, soon as this nigga leave, a nigga died? And I'm not saying it's the mayor's fault. It's just looking to me like he got a fucked up energy. It's just looking to me like it's just something ain't right with this nigga or just around him. I don't know what it is, but he just went to the fucking jail. Somebody died, and the officer did get fired. And they saying the man was found unresponsive in the cell. But keep in mind, 9 people have died. It's July. So that means a nigga been dying once a month. And then 1 month might have been 2 people. All you got to understand is 9 people died in jail. They didn't even get their time. They didn't even finish all of their court dates, and they fucking died. Not in penitentiary prison doing the bid, they died. No, they didn't do the bid and got shaped up in the yard. Niggas are dying before they even get to do the bid. So I'm gonna ask you another question. Where is the fake ass prison reform at? Rikers Island is not getting reformed. New York penitentiaries are not getting reformed. So I told you a lot of that shit was bullshit because it's all about a check. You get it? Bullshit. But niggas are still dying in jail. And you know, I call it the slave ships. And a large percentage of your people are on the real slave ships that go on right now. That's why Rikers Island sit on water like a boat, like a big ass boat, a big boat in the water, a ship. People that know about boats and ships, when you see that room right there, that's what it looked like on a ship. Man, this shit right in your fucking face. Guess what was the campaign to fill up Rikers Island? I could have sworn New York drill was lit the past couple years. But they didn't understand that with the drill was going to be niggas getting locked up and killed. Ask Chicago about that. That's why I already broke all this shit down. When the drill came to New York, not only the music, the energy came with it. Of what? Niggas dying, going to jail. which sped up the process. But that's a whole nother political game. And you know for a fact, it's people worth more locked up than on the street doing nothing. But that's a whole nother topic. You looking at the future generation already being taken away. And right after this man leave, somebody else dead. So that's 9 people that died on Rikers Island. So I don't know what to say. I'm just saying that you see where all this shit going. And I told you, I don't specifically just try to get with bad news. It's just that what they say, if it wasn't for bad news, we wouldn't have no news at all. But this is what's going on right now. Niggas dying and not making it through their bed. So just keep in mind, everything is pushing. You keep hearing about this death, death, death. Because I already told you, American death culture. That's what's popping. See that? Death. Death. Ain't nothing good coming out of none of this shit. So that's why people like me, I stay out the fucking way. I don't care about no Black Guns Matter. I don't care about a lot of shit. Long as motherfuckers ain't bringing no shit to me direct, I ain't worried about nothing. So that's how I look at life. But I just wanted to show you how a lot of shit is heading in a certain direction. Mind you, all this shit going on while they keep talking about population reduction and starvation. They said 2 billion people basically will not be here no more. Can you see the different ways it's going to happen? Allegedly? All right, then. Now let's get into these fucked up ass parents. And I told you, you got sick motherfuckers out here having kids for many, many different reasons. I should have had a picture with the mother on here too, because she looked at a hot mess. Now, this man right here, he killed his own child, as you see, this beautiful child right here. Mind you, this baby is only 2 months old. And his name is Anthony Petty. What's Nicki Minaj's husband's name? Kenneth Petty, because they petty motherfuckers. It just so happened people with the last name Petty ain't shit. This man punched his own baby in the face a couple of times because the baby kept crying. And you see on his forehead, he's a demonic motherfucker. You see on his forehead, it say Yahweh. He got a cross. He got a 5-point star. Niggas a fucking weird ass nigga. And I told you these niggas be trying to create these personas. They feel like when they get tattoos, make themselves look weird and crazy. They make themselves think like they're somebody, or they try to get attention, I say. But really, he's a fucking clown. That's why I look like he got a happy face on his nose. Long story short, this nigga killed his own baby. And he's from Maryland. And he punched his son in the face for crying. And then left the child dead in a car, a 1998 Lincoln Town car. Then he returned and buried the baby behind a school in the woods. Now, the family noticed something wasn't right. And the family, told this to law enforcement. And when they caught this dumb nigga and his wife, because this nigga was actually married, I swear I should have. I was trying to load it up. The shit was taking too long. I wanted this nigga wife looked like a piece of shit. And they married. And I told you about them struggle couples. I told you about these fucking junkie ass couples having kids. And sick motherfuckers. Anyway, her ass locked up too. Because this nigga spazzed out and punched the baby to death, and he was punching this girl in the face. That's characteristics of a fiend. And I told you a fiend is a demon. We went through that already. And within the article I was reading, it said what I already been saying, what we already know. It said more proof that not everyone is capable of being a parent. And I already broke this down. Just because you push a baby out, nigga, just because you nut in a chick, it does not mean you're a fucking parent. Parenting is a job which usually lasts 18 years or really beyond that. You have to be a good leader, a role model. You have to have fucking patience and a certain amount of knowledge in your stupid ass head to be a parent. So I'm showing you also the fall of the so-called community that love to have kids. But it's no family structure, which means it's a fucked up household, which means that what? A house divided is not going to stand. So when the father's a dickhead and the mother's an asshole, what's going to happen? Ain't going to be no family. And that's why we keep seeing people killing their own children. You was worried about ABs, aka abortion, health, and Planned Parenthood clinics and all that. But guess what? People are outright taking the life of their own children, left and right. This is trending in America too. We done heard mothers killing theirs, fathers killing theirs. This shit is not a joke. It's not a game. And we know for a fact it has never, ever happened like this in the history in America at the level it's happening right now. I know y'all are listening to this from all over America. You have never heard this many people killing their own children. Not the child dying by mistake, killing them. And I'm going to tell you something else. A lot of these savages are going to be putting insurance plan on their family members and kids, and you're going to keep seeing shit like this because motherfuckers going to be selling out very heavy. What would make a man punch a 2-year-old in the face? Now, let's break this down. I know a little bit about parenting. Let me break this down for some people so you won't make the same mistake. When a baby is crying, that means a baby needs something. Crying is the way a baby speaks and talks. Either they're wet, need to be changed, either they're hungry, or they might be sick, and you have to take them to the doctor. Something is wrong with them when they keep crying. They're agitated. Something going on with them. You punching a baby in the face, dummy, ain't going to stop a baby from fucking crying. You screaming at a baby is not going to stop a baby from crying. Sometimes all you have to do is change their pamper, give them something good to eat, and they will go to sleep. If they don't go to sleep and they keep crying, there's something wrong with them. Simple as that. But we know how this shit go. And a lot of y'all, not saying y'all right here, I'm just saying in general, a lot of these niggas, they don't even feed their kid properly. Kid be a certain age, they still giving them milk without no fucking cereal in it, no applesauce. It's certain ways you got to know how to keep a baby's stomach full. That bullshit Infamil or that bullshit with the blue top, Similac, that shit don't keep a child full for long. And they give you that shit when the baby born, but you got to know to get different food to feed the infant or they're going to be hungry. That's why a lot of infants are malnutrition. They fucking small because parents don't know how to feed a child. And then you want to get mad when you fed them at 10, 11 and they crying 2, 3 in the morning because you keep giving them that weak ass milk. They need other things. So I'm going to show you how to raise a child from an infant level. You don't fucking beat on a child for crying because guess what? Babies cry. That's their form of communication. And parents that know what I'm talking about, y'all know the facts. So I don't get on here and freestyle around my fucking mouth. I'm going to tell you how to do this shit because I did it. I cut umbilical cords. You heard? So when a child is crying, it needs something. And 9 times out of 10, it needs to be changed. It needs food. And understand this. Yeah, you might have just fed the baby, but that shit wasn't nothing. Because I'm going to tell you another trick they do. See, when you on them programs, they really teach you to undernourish your child. That's why they'll tell you certain shit like, just give them this, just give them that. Nah, fuck all that. You got to know what to give your child. You just got to know the right portion. Like when a baby gets to a certain age, you can put baby food in it, a little bit. You can put a little bit of applesauce, baby cereal when they get to a certain size. Or when you feel like they can digest certain things or it'll set right in their stomach. You got to know these instincts on how to keep your baby full. Then you'll see their growth correct and you'll see their brain develop a certain level. When a baby doesn't get a proper nutrition, their brain becomes kind of messed up. That's why you see why the past couple of years, and I'm going to be real, it's been a lot of slow children with different behavior being born because they've been teaching you to undernourish your child. Therefore, the brain development is not all the way there because they're not nourished in the brain and in their organs properly. And we already know the highest form of baby getting nutrition is from the mother's breast. We know that. They already said that babies that are breastfed are a whole bunch of times more smarter and nourished health-wise, stronger, all of that from the mother's milk. But you understand the past couple decades, that ain't been cool. A lot of mothers, they get high and they ain't with that breastfeeding shit for different reasons. And it's been affecting the kids. But if you're not into all of that, you have to at least know how to nourish the child. So you don't got to punch the child in the face because they're crying, because they just might be fucking hungry. And you got to understand this too, as parents, once you become a parent, everything else you got go out the fucking window for a little while. It's not about you no more. It's about the child. But you want to still do what you want to do when the baby start crying and get on your fucking nerve because you want to be scrolling on the gram. You want to be playing your video game and the child crying, you got to keep getting up. You get frustrated. And mothers, I'm telling you, be on point with some of these niggas. Stop letting these niggas play the role of watching your child because these niggas don't know what the fuck they doing, half of them. Half of these niggas be with you for the check that the baby bring, and they just there for the fucking ride. And they're going to play house and play babysitter, but 9 times out of 10, your child might be fucking getting abused. And don't forget, when you don't feed the child correctly, that is abuse. So, nigga, you ain't feeding the child. Now the child fucking hungry. Now you want to beat the child up to tell them to make it shut up. This is what's going on from bad parenting, sick people having kids, demons having fucking kids. That's why you see what you see. Back in the days, they dealt with child sacrifice. Now, niggas sacrifice their own children. A 2-for-1. And that's what's going on right now as we speak. And all I'm going to tell you, when shit hit the fan, it's going to get worse. It's going to keep getting worse. So that's why I'm not going to sugarcoat shit to you. It's going to keep getting worse. The more niggas suffer financially, the more the trauma and oppression is placed upon the people, they're going to crumble even more. Because guess what? When you don't have no faith, when you don't have no knowledge, you don't have no structure, you don't have nothing to stand on. And you basing your life on a fantasy world. So when shit get real, you ain't got to stand on. Why? Because you've been in a fucking fantasy world forever. You got nothing to stand on, nothing concrete. Therefore, everything you fucking do shall crumble. That's what's about to happen to a lot of people. I'm telling you. Y'all know I've been preaching this gospel. Now I got proof. We got proof. And we going to go through this shit step by step by step to let people see what it is. And for motherfuckers that doubt shit, you'll be a statistic. I told you, man, I'm going to give you the light to get you to the new world. Not saying me, I'm the end all and be all, but I got a flashlight. And people rocking with me, we're going to go through the tunnel. I'm going to show you some shit. And I'm going to show you why all that shit of the past don't mean shit. You know why? If we're not fixing these issues, if we're not addressing these real issues, all that shit is out the fucking window. Now it's looking like we got to learn how to be fucking human again. Because some motherfuckers have turned into animals. Pick an animal. Pick one. Snake, wolf. Pick one. Fox. You got all type of predators out here. Wavy Music Group, what's up? What's up to the chat? I see y'all. I'm just showing y'all, right? All of this shit is coming at one time. And I told you, they keep making a particular people a poster child for all these fucked up ass crimes. So as a whole, it looked like these people are just so fucked up. Why the fuck are they even still breathing air? That's how they looking at it. This ain't my opinions. This ain't my views. I'm telling you how other people looking at this shit. Why they even living and still have kids? They can't take care of them. They're killing them. Kids flunking out of school. They're like, why are these people still around? What are they actually doing for society? What are they actually doing for the planet? Now they're about to start blaming a particular people for fucking up the whole planet. You know how they blame everything on Ukraine? Soon they're going to start blaming everything on particular people for why the whole planet fucked up. Everywhere you go, you'll be chased. That's also part of that mark of Cain. Wherever you go, they will seek to slay you. Because once you get labeled as a fucked up person or a fucked up people, everywhere you go, they will seek to slay your ass. And they will try to slay you many different ways. And yes, some of that slaying is racism. But they will seek to slay you wherever you go. That's the stage that's being set right now. But this nigga killed his own child. Now I'm going to get into this last topic. Chris Brown. Now, you know we've been talking about Chris Brown lately, how he has also fell from grace. And I said in my opinion, I hope he don't end up like the real Michael Jackson. But it's starting to look like it's headed somewhere in that department. All you see with Chris Brown's name is negative news. That's how this shit works. Now, no one is buying Chris Brown's NFT. And the brother made a point. That man got 100-something million followers, but it's not transitioning into dollars. We know Chris Brown out of his own mouth was complaining about his music. They're not pushing him. He ain't doing his numbers. You have not seen no major Chris Brown promotion at all. Even just like what I was talking about with Meek Mill, he recently released a project. You ain't hear shit about it. That's a sign when you should know they fucking done with these niggas. But no one is buying Chris Brown's NFT. After a week on sale, only about 3% of NFTs in the 10,000-piece collection have been sold. Now, let's get into what NFTs are. This also is what Nipsey Hussle was dealing with before he passed. And I seen Juice when you said earlier NFTs been around. Yes, they have. This shit been around for 10 years. Bitcoin, all this shit been around for 10 years. It's just that you, Johnny, come lately to the party. I told you that. And I also told you that the country don't need to sell drugs no more. They don't need certain things because they got quicker ways to make a flip. That's why I told you drug selling was over with. And a lot of people, when you were scamming with the PPP loan, all y'all niggas was scamming, get money. Yeah, they were scamming. Other people were scamming. They was flipping that shit on NFTs and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, flipping all that dirty money. You took it and bought drugs and guns and clothes. So for NFT, for those who don't know, just to give you an idea of what it is. Basically, it's another place to put money, another item to put money in. Basically digital. Look at it like a digital Pokemon card or a digital baseball card. They put money into these NFTs, blockchains. Basically, it's where you put revenue at. You put, it's like flipping some money. They put it into certain digital products that later on get sold and flipped and profited off of. So you'll see, that's why you've been seeing a revamp of all these dead rappers. All these dead rappers, they created NFT in their name. Biggie, Tupac. And these executives make money off the dead this way. I'm telling you, this is what they're doing. Dead and living. Chris Brown got NFTs. It might be some artwork, digital artwork, shit like that. Certain things dealing with digital branding. But this how they flip their bread. Long story short, they've been flipping money like this shit 10 years. That's why when they sign that 360 deal, they get rights to all their shit. So they can make money off your images and all that shit. But my point is, they've been flipping money on this shit for 10 years. But now you see a lot of black people or melanated people are getting into this shit. But I told you, you only get the shit after they're done with it. When they flip it, you have no knowledge of it. Why? You was worried about rap music and entertainment and shopping sprees. You ain't know shit about an NFT. You ain't know shit about cryptocurrency. Now they have cashed out and you was selling drugs. Remember that. You was selling drugs and scamming while they was flipping clean money on all this shit. That's why I told people it's many new ways to hustle now. So for my niggas that get money from the streets, my niggas that get to the bag, that flip, do all type of shit. Step your fucking game up and start learning about these NFTs and this crypto. Because life is a gamble. Every time you re-up, it's a gamble. You might get caught by the police. That's a fucking gamble. Start taking other gambles. Stop being a scared nigga. Step your shit up. And that way, you don't got to be dead or in jail. You see, I'm going to show you some tough love and tell you what time it is. Get with this digital shit. This is the new world, whether you like it or not. Standing on corners, buying packs, trapping off phones, that shit is dead. So you look at every rapper that recently got indicted, they actually had a chance to flip their bread legally on some of these outlets. The difference is they did not have the knowledge. They didn't fucking know. This is how the rich get richer. They say Indian kids from overseas, they becoming millionaires off of this NFT shit in a week, overnight. They get into this shit as kids. But you thought it was just the little avatars and shit. No, they're making money and flips off this shit. So when we see Chris Brown ain't making no money off NFTs, that's a really the whole significance of the story is Chris Brown's name is not valuable no more. It doesn't generate revenue. And when you can't generate revenue for certain people, you become fucking useless. And it was already said that what? Chris Brown owns the rights to his shit. So I just fucking told you, if Chris Brown magically disappears and somebody get the rights to his name and his estate, they will forever be paid from NFTs and other forms of money from that nigga name. This, when we get into the formula of how some people are worth more dead than alive. So when I said Chris Brown better hope he don't be like Michael Jackson, that's what the fuck I mean. And when they was comparing him to him with that trend, I know what that shit means. And when you keep seeing Chris Brown name for negative shit, that's when they are dealing with setting the stage. Sometimes I'm just assuming, I'm giving a disclaimer, I'm saying alleged. And I don't want nothing bad to happen to Chris Brown. But when you see shit like this, then y'all look at where this story popped up at. CNET. These are digital sites, money sites. Always pay attention, not only where the news comes out, you got to understand what platform it come out on. Like when I spoke about the UN recently last week with the 2 billion population decrease from starvation, that was on Fox Business News. That was just on regular news. When you see shit on business, when you see shit on money, Forbes, digital technology shit, that's real shit. So they basically let it be known that Chris Brown, his stock is falling. Because once you are entertaining a certain bracket, it ain't about you making money. It's about how many motherfuckers can make money off of you. You only good as being a walking bag. If motherfuckers can't make money off you, you ain't worth shit. You think if YouTube couldn't make money off of us, we would still be doing this shit? This shit would have been shut down a long time ago. But they generate revenue off a lot of people. So therefore, they let you carry on while they take their 30%. And meanwhile, they sit back behind the desk with their hands behind their head chilling. And you got to put in all the work. You got to work hard for your money. They get free money. That's an example of how these companies, corporations work. And when you are a big entity, when you are a big brand, they need you to do certain things so they can get paid. But when you see Chris Brown shit flopping, that means not only are they not getting paid off him like that, it also could mean they don't need him to get paid like that, or they don't want to get paid off of him. That's why I told you it could be the end of Chris Brown. Because once your name becomes mud, you're not profitable no more. You can't go up no more. You must come back down. That's why you heard this saying a million fucking times, and some of y'all don't listen. Treat people a certain way when you're going up, because you never know who you got to see when you're coming back down. And we know the laws of gravity, everything that goes up must come down. It's just when it's going to come down. We know a space shuttle allegedly could go in the sky for a long time, but it got to come down. We know airplanes go in the sky. Eventually, they got to come down. That's how life works. Even when you get high off a blunt, you still got to come back down. But that's why you'll see why a lot of people don't like to come down to earth. They like to stay high. So my point is this. Everything that goes up must come down. And now we might be watching the downfall of Chris Brown and Meek Mill. And we got to remember, when Chris Brown was on top of his shit, so was Meek Mill. Y'all remember at one point when Meek Mill and Chris Brown was them dudes at the same time. Y'all remember? Now you see them falling. And it also represents the generation that grew up listening to Meek Mill and Chris Brown. It represents your generation because I told you they make these icons parallel with your life. So Meek Mill and Chris Brown represent the people that are now in their young 30s. What you see in real life now, you see most people in their 30s going through it. You see the 80s babies going through it. Just can't figure out life. Can't get it straight. Can't get this family thing going. Can't get this business going. How many people from the Meek Mill era got established themselves as businessmen in their 30s? Mind you, they were rapping since their early 20s. Now they're in their late 30s. I want you to pay attention. What did they do business-wise? Because we've seen other rappers evolve throughout the years. You didn't see no evolution because they didn't learn evolution. You seen Rick Ross come in the game before Meek Mill. That nigga ain't got to rap no more. Why? He got Wingstop and Checkers. Business. Because Rick Ross had a certain knowledge in his head where he knew he wasn't going to just be a fucking rapper. But see, a certain generation, y'all thought y'all were just going to be rappers forever. You never plan on no business. Which also is another reason why it's fucked up out here. Because they didn't increase the hood revenue. They didn't create no businesses. If I was a rich man, I would want to be Walmart competitor. And then I can open up a big ass store and I can employ a whole lot of people. And I can do business with a lot of up and coming brands. You feel me? If I got my own Walmart, let's say all of y'all that got your own brand, now I can do business with y'all. Y'all can put y'all shit in my store. Everybody eats. Then I can hire people. And then you can hire people that make your merch. See, it all goes together. So it's important when a nigga start a business, but that's why you'll see none of them start businesses, real shit, other than selling you shit. They'll start a clothing line because you're going to buy it. They're only going to create some shit that you're going to fucking buy. They're not going to create some shit to generate. It's so fucking simple. But I asked these questions years ago. I was asking these questions with Russell Simmons and them niggas. Back then, I was trying to figure out why they never really gave nothing back. I was thinking about that a long time ago. I was thinking about Russell Simmons, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan. And I was like, yo, you know what? Man, somebody controlling them. And I started putting all this shit together. That's why I understand why they won't let them do certain things. Or not only they won't want to do it, sometimes they want to do it and they get discouraged. Don't get it fucked up. I don't think that's a good idea. Somebody will tell them that. Sometimes the motherfuckers just selfish. They don't give a fuck. But you'll see not one of them started a chain business that went across America. You see all them niggas run to get weed dispensaries. Why? Because niggas smoke weed. I sell niggas some weed. See, they're only going to sell you some shit that's some hood nigga shit that they can eat off of. They're not going to put nothing in play productive. I can have my own store, my own Walmart. Why I say Walmart? Because Walmart sell you every fucking thing. From clothes, to food, to products, everything. Why is no Walmart competitor? Or why nobody rich try to compete with them? Come for their head, other than Target. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about so-called black population, a black person allegedly that's rich. Why did it set up a particular company that can compete with Target, Walmart, and then put that shit somewhere where it could benefit people? You get it? Jobs, business, revenue. Because we know it's a lot of people that's talented, but they don't have ways to push their merch. They don't got nowhere to put it. But if I got a store, I can put your shit in my store. We work a deal. Your shit good, quality. I like it. I can put your shit in the store too. Just like when you go to Walmart and Target, all these places, you see bullshit ass clothes in there. I could put my people clothes in there that's official. Get it? That's what business do. Business open up so many different lanes. Oh, you got your own hair, you got your own lotion. We're going to put that in the store. We're going to put that across the world. Oh, you got your own soap. We can put that in there too. We got our own franchise. And then all these dumb niggas you see that's rich, They can come together, start their own fucking franchise. Oh, niggas across the world love chicken. Why ain't no black person started a goddamn chicken franchise? For what? To employ people as well as sell the chicken. Now we selling the chicken. This person created a drink. We got drinks created in the store. This person created a healthy ice cream. We got that in the store. We branding. We getting paid. Everybody eating. But they don't want you to do that. It's shit is so simple. Before they do that, nonprofit organization. Called what? Prison reform. Some bullshit. Always putting together some nigga shit. Always want to tell you how much you a nigga. You go to jail. You're stupid. You need a program. That's it. So I'm showing you how easy this shit is. The same way a nigga buy a Bentley. You know how much a Bentley costs? When you talk about 500,000, you know what you can start with that? And then you and 5 of your homeboys that's rich come together. Do you know what y'all can do? That's what Robert Kraft and them do. That's what Mike Rubin and them do. They flip that bread. They create revenue. They create business. And then they employ their people. And then they put their kids up for future rulers and future kings and queens. That's what they do. So yeah, they can smile with Jay-Z and Meek Mill all fucking day. But you'll never be on their fucking level. Why? Because they your boss, they your master, they your daddies, and you ain't nowhere in their stratosphere. Because why? You ain't got the heart and you ain't got the balls. And long as they keep getting their little check, they all right. But I told you, Meek Mill worth 20 million, it ain't shit when you're in a room full of billionaires. That's chump change to them. Robert Kraft got niggas on his football team. He paid that for their fucking salary. He got about probably 10 niggas that he paid 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. Pardon me, million. Now the weakest person in the NFL get paid like 400,000, 500,000. But Robert Kraft got to pay 50 to 60, really like 60 different people's salary a year. When you see a football player, when you see a football team and you see all the millionaires, it's niggas like Robert Kraft got to cut all their check yearly. That's how much money he got. He make niggas millionaires. Meek Mill, you can't do that. You won't even make a nigga a 6-figure nigga. So that's when we start talking about money. You got to understand it's a different level of money. These niggas have no money nowhere near what you think they got. Jay-Z is still a peon in that room. He on his way up, but he's still a fucking peon. He got a long way to go. Because these niggas, these white niggers, executives, they pay motherfuckers millions of dollars a year. And you got to remember this too. People like Robert Kraft, rich people, they some of the most pettiest people. They be rich and they can go a whole day without spending a dollar. Why they still making money? You, on the other hand, the more money you get, the more money you blow. Because that's how you was trained. Anyway, that's why you see none of them billionaires got on no chain, no nothing. They don't got on shit. And they billionaires. Because they know they don't got to show what money is. They are money. Their name alone says ching ching. Get it? That's business. So don't get it fucked up. I'm a peon. I ain't shit out here. But every day I'm working. Because I told you, that's America. As long as you wake up, you got 24 hours in a day to get to what you're trying to get to. How you get to it, how you go about it, what's the goals you set, that's all on you. But for the people that just like to watch other people, y'all already fucking lost. You already lost the game. I'm talking about when you want to just watch other people become successful. And remember I told you, only you can make yourself unsuccessful. Can't nobody stop you from being successful. Did y'all not see that? So one way to become unsuccessful is when you don't put in work. And when you don't build the right relationships, or you don't surround yourself around people that can actually help you and build with you, or people that want to see you become great. It's certain formulas you have to use. And when you don't use them, ain't shit gonna work. Because you gotta have a recipe. All right. So that's it. All this shit is real simple. Salute to my people. What's up? Holla at the chat. What's up, Zengard? We blowing through these episodes quick. Miss Deja, what's up, Miss Deja? Always on time. What's up, y'all? What's up, Angel? That's right, man. You got to stay prayed up out here, man. Whoever you so-called deal with, man, you better get your spiritual energy right. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's really it. Because what? I know a lot of people don't believe in unseen powers. You don't believe in unseen powers, but all you got to understand is your life is being controlled by an unseen hand. And the people that's controlling you, they believe in shit. Because some people believe it is other powers that exist that you can't always see everything with your fucking physical eye. A lot of y'all don't understand shit beyond the flesh. That's why you'll see why your life is the way it is. That's why you'll see like you feel like the walls closing in on you because you can't see beyond certain things. But that's how it works. That's a fact. Lil Twerker said, I boycotted Walmart for years. Then we moved within 10 minutes of one. It depends on where you live at. Some places you got to go to them. You know what I'm saying? And Walmart job really was to shut down all of the mom and pop stores. That's really what they did. When Walmart came into play worldwide, they shut down a lot of mom and pop stores that were maintaining in their neighborhoods and doing good. That's why they started a lot of these superstores. Basically, it was a game of big bank take little bank and pushing people out the game. That's what all that superstore shit is about. You get it? For the people that's out of town and all around, y'all know about the Krogers, shit like that. The big supermarkets, exclusive supermarkets, that was for the people, you know, you might have had somebody had a supermarket in your hood, Mr. John, whatever. He had a decent supermarket, little store with some good, decent products in there. Them big superstores knocked his shit out the box. He had to shut down. So that's another game they was playing. It's called Monopoly. Big bank take little bank. It's always going to work that way. Get it? Anyway, make sure I ain't forgetting nothing else. Because a lot of time I be going so hard, I be forgetting shit. I be like, damn. Sometimes I be having shit to break first. I forget it, and then somebody else to break the story. But when it comes to my people on this thing, I'm with the alley-oops and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time I be missing shit. That's why I be telling y'all, like, the comments is important and other people's opinion is important because sometimes I do miss shit. And sometimes I be looking for different insight. So that's part of what this network is about. It's not about cloning and jacking, but your peoples are supposed to network, and we are supposed to throw each other alley-oops time to time because we dealing something like in the same field. It's kind of like, let me break it down in a rap game. Like if I got an artist, he got some talent, but I ain't got the money or the resources or the time to put into the artist, I might get an artist to you. Say, yo, he got some talent, you take him. Just like, really, I'm a manager too, but I ain't been on my manager game. That's one of the things I'm going to be working on. When I get a chance, I'm going to get back into my shit very heavy. I'm good with spotting talent. I'm good with having an ear for talent on any level. And I understand how to make shit pop. And I'm the type of person that know how to put the work in. And I will put the work in to something I see that could be successful. But like I was saying, sometimes I might have I might have a topic. I'm not in position to speak on it, and I might pass it on. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's enough revenue for everybody to share. That's what everything. And that's where the whole shit sharing is caring come from. But you see, now we in a world of selfish motherfuckers, everybody for self. So that's what it is. Only thing a motherfucker want to share now is a motherfucking post. That's it. Motherfucker ain't sharing nothing else with you. Know that shit. You dig? But also salute the Wax Dog for supporting the engine, keeping that shit going, man. Know what I'm saying? Straight up. Also, shout out to everybody that support what's going on. Everybody catching the replay. I'm going to keep shouting y'all out because that's what it is. We all make this shit work. And we all ain't doing this shit for no clout. You get it? That's why we here. That's right, Latasha Jordan. FEMA camps. A lot of y'all already know the whole science of what the Walmarts. Basically, I'm going to tell you right now. Walmarts, football stadiums, basketball stadiums, if any major catastrophe happened, they have authorization to use those as storage places. A lot of this shit is already in writing when they sign these deals. They showed you a Hurricane Katrina when they put everybody in the Superdome. I'm going to speak on this too. Because I be fucking with video games and shit, right? It's a particular video game I've been playing called The Division. It's an older game. It came out in 2016, right? It's something like Call of Duty, but it's realer than that. On the game, New York is under catastrophe. It's a sickness, something like C-19. Everything is locked down. Certain things are contaminated. The city is in shambles, burnt up, cars burnt down, people fighting, killing. All this on the game. Remember y'all was talking about CERN last week? Well, on the game, it's called Sarah. Same color, same logo. And I've been playing this game for a couple months. I just ain't been saying nothing about it, right? Everything in the game is what's going on right now. It's called The Division. I'm playing that shit right now. Everything that's going on is on the fucking game. New York City in shambles. Look like the shit been burnt, flamed. You can't go here, can't go there. People in the street walk around hungry. People laying around the street dead. All this shit on the video game. And they got the agents running around the city trying to keep shit in order. Special agents. So when I see this whole shit right here, I'm trying to tell you, man, that's why I be talking, but a lot of shit I don't be talking about, man. When I see this shit right here, all I did was think about the video game I'm already playing. And I already know all this shit they doing is a fucking game. Predictive programming. It is what it is, y'all. So I ain't here to make shit sound fly to you. I'm going to tell you what the fuck it is. So thank y'all for tapping in. I'm here. I'm watching the chat. Salute to y'all. If nobody don't got nothing to say, man, I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to tell y'all make sure y'all have a good day, man. I know it sounds crazy to say have a good day after all that crazy shit, but guess what? Even from the bad, I know how to see the good. Told you, when you're in a crib and it seemed like all the doors is locked, there's always a way out through the window. It's always a way out in every situation. You just got to find what? The loophole. Y'all know that. That's how life works. Even though shit be fucked up, you always got to find a way to make it out. It's always an opening. So even though I came with this information, a lot of it sounds fucked up. But guess what? It's still a way to beat all this shit. So that's why I say, you've been hearing the saying that smart is the new gangster. Being stupid, that's going to get your ass dead. Because you know why? The people that don't like you, the people that's ready to take you to war, already taking your ass to war, they doing that shit mentally. They ain't got to pick up no gun. So when we talked about this Black Guns Matter shit, I already told you, this shit right here ain't going to win no war. It ain't gonna win no war. You might win a couple battles, you might win a couple of conflicts, but you ain't winning no war with that. They just told you, be prepared for a nuclear explosion. Or should I say, they're taking safety measures. Let me correct that. In case a nuclear explosion takes place. And the strategy is, they said, just in case, the first thing they said to do is watch the fucking news. They said, watch the news, take a shower to get some of that fallout dust off you. That's what they're saying right now. And I'm going to tell y'all, this is what I see. I see before it's a race war, I see it's going to be a black on black war. And what's the war I already told you niggas? The war against the have-nots. 5G technology to end the crime, part 3. I already told you this shit. And that video still ain't at 1,000. Told you that shit, man. The real shit niggas don't watch. I told you all of this shit already. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just showing you I'm authentic with this shit I do. And I don't freestyle and I don't say it make shit up. I've been giving you the play. But if the play ain't popular or somebody else don't say it, speak on it, niggas ain't gonna pay attention to the shit till it's too late. So everything that's going on, I already knew this shit. That's why none of this shit don't bother me, y'all. None of this shit bother me because I got an idea of what's going on right now, what's going to happen, all that shit. I told you, I just been getting in position. That's it. I ain't the end all and be all neither. There's other people that know a whole lot too. Whole lot of people that know what time it is. And some of them people I share on my platform, I share their shit. A lot of people on the same page. So when I see somebody on the same page as me and they big and they got 400,000, 500,000 views, I say, yeah, a lot of people know what's going on right now. A lot of people know. Say no secret, y'all. So get in where you fit in and you get ready. You pick your side right now. You gonna keep playing or you gonna be for real? You gonna be in position to win or you gonna be a stat? But this shit you see right here, they try to make this a new trend of niggas going to buy guns. Just because they're legal. And I'm gonna say it again, just because they're legal, you still can't shoot anywhere, any kind of way. You better know what the fuck you're doing when you do it. And I already told you, you can't go your whole life not touching a gun and think just because you bought a gun, you're going to be popping like that. You're going to know how to shoot and all that. You want to shoot an AR-15, you never even shot a 25 automatic. So it's a recipe for disaster. It's also part of funding the race war. Now you see why they kept putting in your head, mass shooting, mass shooting. Another cop killed a black innocent black man unarmed. They killed another unarmed black man. Now you see why they kept putting this shit in your head? Because now you're going to do what? I'm going to go run get me a gun. I'm going to go get me a gun. Now you ran and got you a gun. Now you want to take a picture with your shit. Now you think you're ready for war? Boom. Now all they need now is the right chemistry recipe to get this shit popping. Let's get the race war popping. See? That's all they waiting on now. And like I told you, it's about to get dark soon. September fall, shit gonna be short. Niggas gonna be out here really starving. It's gonna be real fucked up. But everybody gonna have a gun. And I always had a joke, a clown saying about broke niggas with guns. Broke niggas with guns are the niggas that do the most shit, the most robbing, fuck shit, because they ain't got no money. Hustlers got guns, but they got the gun for protection. A broke nigga with a gun is fucking danger. Because that nigga might be ready to rob you because his stomach empty. He ain't got shit but a gun. He ain't got nowhere to live at. He ain't got no fucking car. He ain't got nobody that love him, but he got a gun. Them the niggas you watch out for. Broke niggas with guns. And just because your gun legal don't mean it's going to save your ass. That's all I'm telling you. And I bet you any amount of money. Because you've been trained mentally. They even showed you in the fucking movies. You're already trained to point that gun at your own people before you point it at a white man. So I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be smoking your own people anyway. For the littlest shit. Shit you would have gave a pass, now you legally strapped, you're going to be ready to let that shit go. And some of y'all not trained with that technology of don't pull out a gun unless you're going to use it. Every occasion is not for putting your gun out. But I want you to see how they're making a mockery. Remember, I already showed you with the fake Malcolm X shit. They was already dealing with predictive programming with your peanut brain, making you think you're going to be the next Malcolm X and you're going to win a war with firearms in America. So now niggas are posing with guns like it's a fad. Telling y'all, man, this shit is all fucked up. People that hear me, please just don't follow this stupid shit. Don't get caught up in the Black Guns Matter bullshit, all right? That's all I'm going to say. Don't get caught up in that dumb shit. If you get a firearm, use it to protect your family. Only use it if you have to. That's all I'm saying, man. Because while you getting strapped, while you posting with all your guns, your shit might end like this. And I already told you that. They got a whole nother form of technology. Your shit might get nuked. And it's over with. You and your guns. So know who you're dealing with. Also understand the National Guard is not called a National Guard for a reason. And you've been seeing the National Guard been prepping for years, getting ready. Some people feel like it's going to be an apocalypse right here in America. And then you got people, according to the scripture, they feel the same way. So pay attention to the signs. What's up, Rondell? What's up? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, having a gun don't make you war ready. Danielle said they think having a gun makes them war ready. No training, nothing. Bet I'm good with the hammer. That's right. I know a lot of y'all been training. Definitely was a train as an officer, SWAT team, all that. Exactly. That's the whole point. Man, people don't understand. People gonna be now we talk about New York City in specific with this shit, because that's a city that's like a baby. It's like a newborn baby when it comes to legal firearms. That shit gonna be messy. You're gonna have undercover law enforcement pulling out on undercover law enforcement. Man, you're gonna have so much fucked up shit. People gonna be putting out guns in the wrong places, fucking stores, supermarkets, all that shit. But when you go to places like Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, they know how to go. They don't even care about guns like that. Because they've been raised around that shit their whole life. They don't care about that shit. They always keep a chopper in the car. They always keep something in the glove compartment. That shit is normal. But in New York, it's not normal. It's not normal. And it's not no type of training for that shit. And then if it is training, you can't train a couple of years and know how to play with them guns like that. Or deal with guns and have adversaries. It's disaster. So a lot of people are going to throw their life away for buying a fucking gun because they're going to want them to shoot the wrong people or doing shit at the wrong time. And it's going to also increase what? A lot of children getting their hands on guns before their time. Kids are going to be stealing their parents' guns. God forbid. A lot of kids are going to be shooting themselves by mistake because reckless parents leaving their guns loaded in certain places. I told you, it's a whole other formula you got to have with playing with them guns. It's a whole lot of knowledge you got to have. It already got to be in you. You got to know how to deal with them things. I used to love guns to fucking death. So I know this shit. One day, I told you, one day I'm a fucking voice record my mother in secret conversation. I ain't gonna let her know I'm a recorder. I'm gonna have my mother tell y'all when I had 10 guns in my drawer one time. I was like 16. And my step-pop snitched on me. I had 10 guns. Because that's how much I used to love guns. And I used to hand them out to my friends like fucking, like whatever. Here you go. You take this, you take that one. All right, let's go. That was me. So I know what the fuck I be talking about. I don't live like that no more, though. I don't play with guns no more. I don't really care about guns. I just don't care about them. You dig? That's just me. I'm not knocking nobody else that love their gun. I done been around them my whole life, and I'm all right with them. You know what I'm saying? So that whole gun shit, disaster. It's all disaster. And like I said, you're going to shoot your own people before you even get in a race war. So don't listen to these Black Lives Matter shit. Don't worry about no race war, nigga. You better worry about somebody kicking in your goddamn house for some food. That's your man worry when the shit hit the fan. That's how they got it set up to be. Right now as we speak. So don't be fooled. Other than that, we done touched on the Black Guns Matter shit. You see niggas smiling and posing. Who she gonna kill? Who is she really gonna fucking kill? Man, this is hilarious. When I saw this shit, I said, I don't believe this shit. I said, I gotta tell about this one. I spoke about motherfuckers that shouldn't be having kids. This man punched his 2-month-old baby to death, killed him, buried him in the field. Bad parenting is trending in America, as well as parents killing their children. Yeah, y'all know before y'all used to clown and say, oh, this is white people crimes. White people just did that. White people do this. Not no more, because guess what? The past 10 years or a couple of years, niggas been trying to be like white people. So they doing white people crime now. Niggas out here smoking meth, all that shit. Niggas are fiends. Y'all know back in the day, we ain't pop like that. Niggas doing everything everybody else doing, but guess what? It ain't working the same for you. So this also applies with the Planned Parenthood agenda, because they knew niggas are so stupid, they need teaching on how to be fucking parents. And it's mostly the people like him. And this nigga was fucking married. He punched the baby and his wife in the face. And she was one of them dumb bitches too. Stop fucking with dumb niggas. And niggas stop fucking with dumb bitches. And stop having kids, because y'all both dumb. This world is so fucked up. You should already have common sense to know these kids gonna suffer way more than we suffering now. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell y'all. So my point is this: you better start prepping your kids the right way, because they got a whole nother fight. That shit. You see, we barely made it. The way they got it set up now, your kids gonna be dumb as bricks, and they gonna be fucked up out here. But a lot of it comes from the fucking parents. And like I said, a lot of us, we forgot our way. You forgot you was raised. You was taught that shit is old school. It's fucking whack. Talk about your family structure. You don't have no family structure. You don't have no culture. Therefore, you have not one leg to stand on. You are not a nation. You are not a people. You all divided. Let's get rid of all of their ass. Now you understand what the whole fucking reduction is all about. All right? And I ain't going to say it no more. Salute to the chat. I'm about to get out of here. What's up, Annette? Good morning. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy y'all day. Stay away from fucked up people. Don't give your energy to the wrong people. Learn to keep a lot of your energy to yourself. Whatever you want to get accomplished, you could do it. Put the work in. And that's it, really. Stay humble and kill that ego. That's some of the formulas I use to do what I do and get through this shit. All right. So we don't spoke about a lot of different things, but everything we spoke about relates. So like I said, with people like Meek Mill, and he be around all these executives, everything I just said on this platform, all these executives know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. If I was talking to these executives and they knew the shit I know, I'd blow their head off. Meaning they had to be blown like, oh shit, how the fuck he know? What the fuck he said all this shit? Because they know what's up. Everything I just told you, they know what's going on. But that dumb nigga with that green shirt, he don't got a clue. And he's already been used up. They don't need him no more. His music ain't never going to be where it used to be. He's not worth no more money like he used to be. And you will see now Meek Mill start fading. And Jay-Z, what's the song he made? On to the next one. That's what he do. On to the next. He always going to find him a new bag. Because Jay-Z knows how to play the game. Because he told you what? He knows how to move in a room full of vultures. Well, you're looking at the vultures right here. They're called billionaires. Those are the vultures. All right? Spend your money, put their money up. And vultures love to hang around dead carcasses. Now you understand why the vultures always got their hands in the so-called black community. You got to understand how this shit work. Anyway, that's my opinion. Don't take my word on it. Try to stay focused out here. Other than that, another episode in the books. Photo Fame Live episode 217. What's up, Tasha Peters? Salute to everybody new to the channel, everybody that's newly subscribed. Thank y'all for tapping in. So look, if you tired of all them other YouTube channels, niggas being boring, all in the video, saying the same shit over and over and over again. Come to fun no fame. I'm out.